Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha Hearn and this channel is all about bringing your mindset and your business together to create success in both aspects of your life. And welcome to this week's How To Tuesday. In today's episode, I want to talk to you about how to create content on social media. I know this comes up all the time. How can someone constantly be able to create new content? How do you have that many ideas? Where do the ideas come from? How do you know what people are going to want to listen to? Where do you get the energy to constantly be providing content? These questions come to me, and I'm almost certain they come to most entrepreneurs that create content online frequently. And I want to try and give you some really easy ways that you can keep your content consistent and creating it for social media so that it grows your audience, it grows and attracts your ideal clients, and you are getting yourself out there as an expert in your niche, in your field, and for your business and brand. Creation of content is the best way to keep yourself fresh in business, seen on social media, and have a real energy about your message, your branding, and exactly what you're trying to sell and market to your ideal audience. So for me, content creation is a huge passion of mine and something that I'm so excited to be able to share with you on Samantha Hearn YouTube channel. And I really hope that after this video, if you haven't already, you like and subscribe, and make sure you tell all of your content creator, social media influencer friends that this is the channel they need in their life. So, how to create content on social media and consistently create content on social media is a real block for some people, and to be really honest, it can be the reason that businesses slow down, we don't keep expanding, we don't keep growing, and success doesn't always continue because we don't know what else to talk about. We don't always have the content figured out all the time, and that can, for some people, be really overwhelming. So these tips, as for this channel, it's all around mindset and business and making sure that we always link the two together. They are not separate. And to create a successful business, you need a successful mindset. To create a growth business, you need a growth mindset. And these things are key. The relationship between the two is exactly why I've created this channel, to bring mind and business together. So, tip number one for creating content on social media is don't give it all away too quickly. Don't give it away too quickly. If you have an amazing topic that you want to share, break it down. So for me, in my Facebook group, if I was to talk about imposter syndrome, I wouldn't give away all of my tips and tricks and solutions in one video. I would break down imposter syndrome into 3 or 4 subtopics which I can share. So you could have fear of failure, self-worth, self-confidence, fear of rejection, not being confident on camera. That's all to do with imposter syndrome, self-sabotage, self-talk, negative influences, negative other people and their judgments, worrying about other people's opinions. That's already 9 subtopics from one huge piece of content. So the first thing is, don't give it away too quickly. And the second tip is, think about how you can break it down. How can you break down your content? So if you have a service-based business, if you have a product, if you have something that you are trying to do or sell or create in your business, how can you lead people to all of these different aspects of content without having to give it all in one video? So take a topic that you share and break that down into smaller topics. So if you want to talk about public speaking, you won't give every single piece of advice in one video. You might do how to deliver a pitch. You might do how to confidently make eye contact, how to convert when you're public speaking, how to get public speaking engagements, how to get paid for public speaking, your body language, what to do if you're sat down, how to use your hands, your facial expressions, the tone of your voice, the pace of what you're saying, scripting. All of these things are to do with public speaking. If you want to talk about surfing, you won't teach someone to be able to ride the biggest waves in all one video. You'd start with body position, using the water, balance, the type of board that you have, the type of waves that you have, what to do when you fall off. All of these things would come up. So whatever your topic is, break it down so that you can share that content over a longer period of time. The third top tip I have for you around creating content on social media is, before you share content, find out if it's what your audience and your tribe need. So use your Instagram, use your Facebook groups, use your LinkedIn, your Twitters, wherever you are, and ask people, hey, I'm planning on doing some content around this. Would you be interested? I've seen so many women in my group really struggling with mascara. Would it be really good if I gave you a tutorial about eyelashes? I'm really finding out that a lot of you have so many questions around how to set up your Facebook business page. Would you like me to do a video on that? On that note, would you like me to do a video on the difference between a Facebook business page and a Facebook group? Let me know in the comments. So, ask what people want. Get that curiosity growing. Build the intrigue. Invite them in to the content. The content is for them. So why don't you find out what they want to see? Don't just put out content that you like and you think is great. Find out what they want. What are they asking you for? What do they need? So number 3 is ask before you create. Not all the time, but sometimes. Get your community involved. Get your tribe engaged in the creation of your content. Number 4, planning. This is key, and this does also link to tip number 2 about breaking it down. Take notes and write down the content that you want to create, and also think about the time periods. So if you know you have a launch coming up, you might create content that builds into that the month before. If you know that you have spaces for one-to-one, you might build in your content around that. So start thinking about the times of year when you're going to be on holiday. Maybe you're going to do some blogs while you're away, so therefore you don't need to batch your content before you go because you want to do it away. So start to think about your schedule, your lifestyle, your other commitments, your business strategy and launches, and how your content can coincide and mirror with those. How can they go together? How can they link and complement one another so that your content is engaging, growing your audience, converting your clients, and building your business brand and message in a bigger way? So really make sure that you are planning out your content so that it does link to your bigger purpose. Number 5, do not be afraid to repurpose and repackage. So if you did an amazing Facebook Live and it got so much engagement and everyone was loving it and it just really got the vibes and the energy going, do not be afraid to repurpose that content, repackage that content, and put that somewhere else. You do not need to be creating 5 different types of content for 5 different social media platforms. All you need to do is repackage and repurpose in a way that that platform needs and engage with that content. So for example, I'm sharing in my YouTube channel now about content creation. If I then wanted to go on an Instagram live, I might talk about how to make sure that you get your blog post read from Instagram. How do you drive traffic there? It's not the same topic, but it's linked to the same genre. So you can repurpose and repackage content onto different platforms that still serve your community, but in a way that is workable for them and for that social media platform. Do not be afraid to reuse content. You do not have to have brand spanking new content every single day on every single platform, because that is also not allowing your message to have the biggest impact. So the more you can repurpose and repackage the same content in the same small period of time, the more people will see it and the more that message gets out there. So it's about reinforcement and emphasizing the content that you have rather than creating new content and just diluting where it's coming from. So do not give yourself more work to do than is necessary. You can repurpose and you can repackage. And my final top tip for you is, your content doesn't just have to be around content, messages, the key features. It can also be around the behind the scenes of your business, of your life. It could be about you, your personality, your energy. So even if you have and you are an entrepreneur and it's all around business and mindset, you could do a video on self-care, your morning routines, your productivity habits, your nighttime routines, how you relax and unwind, what you do for meditation, how you relax before bedtime. what your skincare regime is. Because once your audience and your tribe are connected to you and they love and trust you, they want to know you as the individual. They don't just want the content. So think about other things that you can share in your content that brings you to the business, that brings you to the brand, that gives you your energy and also makes it more fun for you. Your content on social media is not just about the content, it needs to be around more than that. So think about how you can bring in ways to share your content and your ideas with you and your business and your energy and your behind the scenes to build up and pad out that content. So if you do a video all around self-talk and positive self-talk and how you speak to yourself and that self-confidence, you might follow that up with an affirmations video and your favorite affirmations. You might do your top 10 self-care regime. So you can then create content from your content that is about you doing it, you implementing it and your actions. So really think about that. Think about how you can pad out your content with you as the message rather than thinking about new messages all the time. I hope that makes sense. So, how to create content for social media. These are 5 very simple ways that you can still be creating content without having to do too much work and spend all of your time thinking about brand new ideas. Use the ones you've got, break them down, repurpose them, repackage them, and then pad them out. If you also want a video on how to use your content to convert and how to create content that sells, then please let me know in the comments and I will make sure that I get that video out for you and you can then take that next step and up level your content from creating it to converting the person on the other side of that content. I can't wait to see you back here on this channel, and if you haven't done already, please make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you very soon.